Well, I am so grateful that we're able to get together today and share some more information about what it is that we're doing here and what we hope others can partake in and benefit from. So for those who aren't aware or new to this broadcast here, we are Bonnie
I'm Sasha Angelina.
and we are co-founders of the Oasis of Light Quantum Healing Center. We do have a physical facility here in Meridian, Idaho, but we welcome everyone, whether they're local or farther away, here to join in with us on this magical journey that we're finding ourselves on
Yes.
as we're part of this evolution from 3 to 5D. I'll explain my purpose for wanting the center open, and then you can maybe share some thoughts of yours. But I was strongly guided for some time to find a way to provide a place for people to come together that were somewhere on their spiritual journey of awakening, so that they had a place to connect into and that they wouldn't need to do it alone like I had to do a lot of in the beginning. It was a number of years of just floundering and loneliness and not having a community or a way to connect. And so much was coming in, and I was grateful for that, but it felt like I was on an island. Yeah. And not much there for companionship or support. So I was guided to provide a way for individuals to connect in. And yes, there's wonderful resources all over the internet, but there's also something about being in physical contact with others and supporting each other on that level. It just intensifies everything and expands it further. So we were brought together magically.
Yes.
This wasn't anything that we planned, and I'm grateful for that. And so that's why I'm here, again, guided to help as many as I can along their path. How about you?
So Bonnie had mentioned that we're moving from 3D to 5D. And it's an interesting concept that I think a lot of people are hearing about. And I really do feel like that's why we've come together and why we're here. And the 3D is really just a different way of being and existing, which is believing that we're all separate and all sort of disconnected, living our lives. We've felt very disempowered in a lot of ways through life. And a lot of clients we work with come in with trauma that they want to let go of to develop their spiritual path and live a life that is more loving, more joyful, really more connected to their higher self, to their spiritual guides, in order to not only help themselves, but help others, to help the planet. And so these are the people that we tend to work with, are people who feel in their hearts that they were born here to serve and to help during this time. And that's what makes it really beautiful in our evolution from 3D to 5D, is that so many people are recognizing that they exist and they were born during this time to help make this planetary shift, even if they don't necessarily understand what that means or what that is. It's just a feeling and a knowing inside that something big is happening and that this world is changing, and we're here to be a part of that. But in order to be a part of that, we also need to let go of our own blocks that we've had, our own mistruths within ourselves that we are not love or not loved, that hold us back or make us feel discomfort in our body. And that's where we come in. We're here to be guides and to share our own experiences that we've had throughout that process, and then provide a pathway for others to really step into that empowered being that is love and can help and serve others in the planet. So that's how I feel.
Beautiful.
That's what I feel we're doing.
Wonderfully said. Yes,
Thank you.
beautiful. I know when this started for me, I too felt that there had to be something more than what I was perceiving, but I didn't know what or where. And it was just so beautiful to, as I look back now at everything that unfolded, how magical it all came together. As I said earlier, we were brought together. Sasha was a practitioner, or is a practitioner, of the QHHT, which is quantum healing hypnosis, and I was strongly guided to not only study that method and learn to be a practitioner, but to have my first session with her. And it was just magic from the moment I walked in. And so I'm glad that I followed that guidance. And we hear that from many of our clients that come in, that they are really fully aware of why they're here. They just know that they were strongly
Yes.
guided. And it's really fun and beautiful to witness that. I know some years back, as I was starting to, have my evolution, I found myself encountering a lot of physical discomfort and emotional and mental discombobulation, I'll call it. I just, it in a way caused me to worry about my, stability.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a family history of things like Alzheimer's and things. So I was questioning, is this starting for me or happening? And I thought, oh no. But then I've come to realize that it was a part of my recalibration as I was being prepared or readied. And so I'm so, so grateful that there are modalities out there that can help us through this shift. I had, as I said, I had a lot of physical discomfort in the body and went to many doctors, which I'm not, saying don't go to a doctor by any means, but there was never any conclusion as to what I had, other than eventually it was labeled fibromyalgia, because that's kind of a catch-all if they can't diagnose you with anything else. So here I am, and the traditional treatment they have for that did not do anything for me. It didn't help. It didn't take the pain away. So I was fortunate that I was guided. Someone came to a business I was at for something else we offered, and she was actually a medical nurse, and which is something that at the time I, highly respected, and she was well trained, and she just volunteered to me that she, out of nowhere, that she too was having physical discomfort and that she had exhausted all the traditional medical routes. And here she was a medical nurse who had found herself turning to what she considered at the time alternative practices. And she found her solution in something that she explained to me was energy work or energy healing, which was totally foreign to me or newer. And long story short, that led me to do research, which then in turn turned into me finding an energy practitioner and starting on my journey. And I did spend 4 years having treatments regularly, and it was a lifesaver. I found that the physical pain that I was struggling with was actually not from anything biological or physical in the body. It was a lot of emotional trauma, stuck energy, beliefs, just a lot of things that were bundled up that were keeping my physical system from fully functioning. And so over the course of years, it was quite an awakening for me to realize that, wow, here we can shift so much in our body. I can look back to physical conditions, including colon issues that I had years ago, which they never found why I was having these. I could look back now and go, oh, I see why all that occurred. So I just wanted people to know that a lot of what we go through physically, it's simply most disease or all diseases, dis-ease of the energetic system. And then I began to learn about chakras, and we have, we are an energy system, and we have, most folks are familiar with the 7 primary chakras from the crown down to the root. There are more than that, but when these are not functioning properly, the body can feel very uncomfortable to be in. And we can be not only physically uncomfortable and emotionally uncomfortable and just feel unstable. And when these are balanced, it's night and day. And everything just clicks into place and shifts. And we can breathe, we can move, we can process. So I cannot encourage you enough here to look into, if you haven't yet looked into. Now, we offer energy alignment work, and on our website you'll see it listed as frequency alignment. It involves both listening to crystal bowls and also helping to realign the chakra and have the energies properly, everything aligned so that you're fully functional and your energy system can oscillate the way it's supposed to, and we get your field back up and running and you're back on track.
Yes.
And we also coach in those, how to recognize if you're slipping out, or also how to gently get yourself back into place. There's very simple practices that you can do to keep yourself in alignment, but it's so important, just as you want to make sure you take care of your body in other ways, eating properly and getting enough rest and hydration. We need to focus equally as much on our energy field. And so would you like to add to that?
Well, I would like you to tell people how often you would get the energy alignment
Yes, good.
sessions because it's important to understand it's a process.
It is, yeah. Well, initially, I was in such bad shape, I was barely able to function physically. So I started out going monthly, and I found that, and I did that for a while, but then I created a lot of stress for myself, and so would knock myself back. I found that going monthly wasn't even enough for me because I would be so knotted up after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I eventually went every 2 weeks, and it got me through so much. I had a lot of things going on in my life during the course of those treatments, and it literally saved me. It got me through some very traumatic things that occurred in my outer world, and I'm so grateful for the practitioner that brought me through this, and it piqued my interest. I experienced amazing things. I would leave the body, I would experience colors, and this was all new to me, but sensations and colors and shapes, and I would literally float out of there feeling so at peace and so at ease. But I'll be upfront, I had others question, especially my husband here, why are you doing this? And it costs X amount of money, and do you really need to? But it was literally, I knew it was my lifesaver. It was, I needed this. And so I would encourage at least a monthly tune-up, I call it, and everyone, no matter how evolved you are, we get off kilter. We get off track, and we just get caught up, we get caught up in the 3D reality that we are still in, and there's so much going on right now out there. There's so much in the world going on, and we're being affected by it, and there's solar flares, and there's just, you're walking around in the soup of others' energy and picking up things that aren't even yours. And so in these sessions, you can be released of all of that. You can be brought back to who you are. And so, yes, it's so important. It's not a one and done. It's learning just emotional, mental hygiene. It's learning, it's keeping the body in the best possible shape it can be in on all levels. Did that help?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The journey of healing needs support. When I had my, what you call spiritual awakening, I wasn't looking for it. I was not even really religious. I knew nothing about energy healing, and I had just started meditating so I could teach my hypnotherapy clients. And something opened, and I started receiving messages and seeing energies. And so I really fumbled a lot because I didn't know anybody who knew anything about it. That wasn't in my day-to-day conversation with people about energy or spirits or anything like that. And even if hypnotherapy with clients was generally very grounded, I guess you could say, there was not really a spiritual component to it at that time. And so it took me 10 years of meeting with different teachers, learning different forms of meditation, a lot of crying,
Been there.
physical discomfort, feeling really high, feeling really low, feeling like I'm crazy, having a lot of supernatural experiences, and just not understanding why that was happening. And now as I reflect back, of course, it brought us to this moment right here to help other people through their journey and through their path, so it doesn't take them 2 years, 5 years, 10 years.
We don't want them to go through that.
No.
It can be, you can fast track it there.
Yes,
There's so much easier.
There's a lot of collective experiences, wisdom, learnings that have happened between the two of us, and now coming together, we're able to share that with others in their process and really tailor each session and each client to be very unique to who they are on a soul level, because we both have the ability to tune in to who you are on a soul level and what you may need energetically or spiritually or even just in the physical to move forward on your path, and then support you through that and encourage you to come visit us, even to meditate with us or to have a session or come to our community events, however you feel called to do that, knowing that we're here to support you.
Or if you're not local, then tuning into our channel and connecting that way and whatever you can do to connect so we can be of assistance. That's our purpose, and we love it. It's just, and then you share what you've learned with others and carry it on and carry it on. And
yes.
Together we help all of humanity.
Absolutely.
Yeah, beautiful. But some of the things that we want to discuss that that we offer here, I mean, it's ever evolving, so it's never
Yes.
gonna stop here. It's just growing and growing. We work, as I said, with energy alignment. And what does that mean if you're not familiar? Well, it literally is bringing energy. I'm a conduit, or I bring energy down in through my crown, intermingle it with my heart, bring it up to my shoulders, and then out through my hands. And Sasha's experienced this before.
Yes.
There I have, and I'm not healing anyone. I'll be the first to say, we don't heal. We just provide I've been told that I'm a transducer. So basically this high voltage energy comes through my system, transduces it down so the receiver can accept it without shocking their system. And the energy doesn't need to be told where to go or what to do. It knows automatically, and your system knows how to receive it automatically. So you don't even have to know what you're experiencing, but you will feel results. Would you mind sharing with them what the session has felt like for you? What did you experience in it?
Yeah, it's very beautiful. It's like being held in a warm, loving energy. And if you're somebody who is dealing with any type of emotional stress, which a lot of people are, it really helps put you in a space that is present and peaceful and just allowing yourself to receive instead of trying to always do. And that's a lot of what is creating our stress, is that need or that feeling that we always have to do and give and be creating something or managing something or responsibility. But when you get into that space, you're literally just receiving from Bonnie, and the energy is very beautiful because you know that it tunes into you and what you need at that moment. So when you get up off that table, at least for me, I was able to physically feel the difference. I felt taller. I guess I felt brighter, if you would, a little more energized.
People say they feel lighter.
Yeah.
They feel like they've been unplugged from the stress that they're normally plugged into. They literally get to unplug and go offline, is the way it's explained.
Yes.
And then they, it's their choice whether they plug back in or not. They don't have to, or at least they know the difference. So they now know, oh, I don't need to feel like that anymore, because that's not comfortable.
Yeah.
And so they're shown that there is another option, and they're made aware of that, and then they can choose what they want to do from that point.
Yes.
If you have any physical discomfort, this is why I went in to begin with. Primarily, not only have I personally experienced, I mean, I would go in with my back so knotted up I could barely lay down, and I would just melt in the sessions that I went to. And I've had clients, same thing. You can be in severe physical discomfort, and literally, I've witnessed somebody with Parkinson's, shaking pretty badly here, just completely calm out and leave the session without any of the tremor going on.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful to witness. So you're healing from within is what's happening. And but there's, a variety of things you can experience, but it's on all levels. It's beautiful. It's peaceful. It shows you who you really are and where you come from, and how you can tune back into that and be in that loving space, not the chaotic 3D realm.
I kind of get this visual of the shell gets to be removed. And the thing is with the energy work is we can assist with removing the shell, and then you can receive more guidance on what to do to maintain that, to set yourself free fully and more often, if not in perpetuity.
Yeah.
And you can do that through kind of the pathway that we have created, where you can have a consultation call with us and we can tune into where you're at, what are your needs, what are your goals. You can get a channeling session in which you're still receiving that healing energy, but now we're also able to tune into the records of who you are, where you're going, what you might need in that time, get guidance for you, get an energy alignment system to remove that shell, implement the guidance that you've received. And then if you desire, you can come into QHHT, which goes even deeper because now you're connected to your higher self.
Can we explain what that is?
Yes. You want to do it?
Quantum healing hypnosis technique.
Yes.
So
quantum healing. That next step would be quantum
Yeah.
healing hypnosis technique, which means you go into a theta brainwave state. It's a hypnotic state. You're aware of what's happening, but you're able to tune into your higher self and really receive the answers that you desire for you. So some people will go into a past life. Some people will go into a future life. Some people will just go into a healing space. It's really whatever you need. And we're not telling you. You actually receive this for yourself. And during that session, again, you're still receiving that loving, healing frequency. And it's just adding to all that guidance that you've already received through the channeling session, and then helping remove those blocks that you may have through the energetic alignment. Now you're going to really deeply connect with your higher self, your spiritual self, and receive exactly what you need.
It's like a custom formula for you.
Yes.
It's what you're guided. The only guidance you're given as you're starting the hypnosis process is to go to where your answers and your healing is at. And that's wherever you need to go.
Yes.
And so we just get to play investigator and figure out where you landed.
Yes, exactly.
And it's incredible. As Sasha said, some go to the past, some future. We have some that go off planet, and that's
Yes.
exciting. I've had amazing conversations getting to learn about different societies and cultures and beautiful, loving things here. I love it too when they go to that in-between place where they're just, it's deep healing, where they just float in the abyss, and they get very emotional. Big tears come with that because they realize how beautiful they are and how loved they are and how they have always been that. It allows them to experience themselves without any of the programming that's occurred here. And they just, and they get to, I call it marinate. They get to marinate there as long as their system needs them to.
And I think this entire process, everything that we're doing here is the deprogramming that has told us that we are not powerful, that we're not loved, that we're weird.
Not good enough,
Not good
not
enough.
smart enough, not pretty enough, not too fat, too skinny, whatever.
You need all these external things to be joyful, to be happy. And what we've learned in these sessions, when people connect to their higher self, they're always love. They're always joy. They're always here for something good, whether it's to help a person in their life or to help the planet.
Animals, anything, the environment. There's you can discover your soul's, your purpose here.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful to uncover that path. And
it's magical. And we have been able to, hopefully we can start compiling more or doing more videos sharing clients' experiences, because the same kind of information comes through about where souls are from or why they are here, what's happening on the planet, how do we heal. Same information coming through multiple people who don't know each other, through Bonnie's clients who I don't know, and my clients who she doesn't know. And then we get to share this information together, but it really needs to be shared collectively. And what's happening right now on the planet is really beautiful. We're evolving, we're ascending, but we need support and we need help, because right now we need to let go of a lot of old beliefs, old patterns,
fear,
a lot of old fear.
Shame, sorrow, judgment, all of that is melting away, can melt away for everyone if they choose that path. And it's just to be on this journey is so beautiful. And there's, when I was focused on my old life here, it was just, it was an existence that I went along with that program.
Yeah.
It was that material things were going to make me happy. And I amassed a lot.
Yes.
And no, it's a problem now. I've got to get rid of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't bring me anything like this does. This is just so, and helping others is so beautiful and so rewarding. And so we're here to grab as many hands as we can and help all walk forward into this beautiful way of existing. This is what Earth is evolving into. And I'm so grateful to have come to the awareness that this is what it's about and that we don't need to struggle
Yeah.
anymore. I'm done.
Yes, me too. And if you are too, come visit us for an open house or an evening with Source, one of our sound bath events, or book a consultation call and we can see where you're at and what you need and what service might be best for you
We
to
do
begin
group
with.
meditations,
Mhm.
guided meditations. Like I said, the sound baths are beautiful. And you get
Yeah.
to just, for 50, 60 minutes, just zen out with a group and just listen to beautiful crystal bowls and absorb the frequency, the healing frequency.
Yeah.
I'm going to toot our horn a little bit, but
Yes.
everyone comments on the feeling of being in the building, being unique.
Mhm.
Even the postman or the delivery guy that walks in
Yes.
and has no idea what he's walking into. He's just going to bring a package and they'll pause partway into the lobby and go, why does this feel so different in here?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
there's just but those who are tuned in just love the way it feels, and so we're very happy that we've been able to create that, and the more of you that come down here, the more can help experience that, and
Mhm.
also they add to it.
Yes.
We amplify each other,
Yep.
and so we're just so happy to be able to have the opportunity to have this space and develop this community, and we're looking to add as many to it as possible so that we can help
Mhm.
everyone
Yes.
that wants to be helped and guided. And there will be new sessions, classes, offerings available as they come up.
Mhm.
We have other practitioners that are joining us
Yeah.
with wonderful offerings, and but primarily here. Oh, can I mention a few that we're?
Yeah.
So we have the channeling, which again you'll receive. You can ask questions, but you'll also receive guidance, custom, for you, channeled for you
Mhm.
to help you on your path. We have the energy alignment sessions with the crystal ball frequencies that you're listening to. And again, everything is custom for you.
Mhm.
So we are able to receive guidance as to exactly what you need. And we're so thankful for that. And so you will, in all the sessions, the comments I get are that they feel lighter, 10 to 15 pounds lighter. I will see a physical shift in their body. We'll see their phases. The face actually, when they come in, it's more rounded and kind of compressed, and you can just see and feel the stress that they're in. And the face elongates. I'm sure, well, the whole body does too, but the face,
Yeah.
I notice the face mostly. The face elongates and it looks thinner because it's longer. And the cheeks are rosy. The eyes just glisten. They just glow. There's just
Yeah.
a glow like that of a bride on her wedding day or a pregnant woman here.
Yeah.
They glow. They all comment on how they feel like they could run a race. They feel they're at peace, but they're also energized. What are some of the things that your clients experience or that they've expressed to you that are different or other?
It's a definite shift from walking in to walking out, especially in a QHHT session, but I see it in channelings and energetic sessions as well. The group, when we have groups, I would say that is one of the most profound changes I see, or I guess that I physically see, because the whole group will transform by the end of the night. And so we'll be offering a lot more group sessions, services, and ways that we can come together, because at the end of a group, whether it's Evening with Source or even our open house right now, you just see people light up. They feel more connected. They feel seen, feel heard, have epiphanies.
They come in not knowing each other, and then they've got a new family at the end of it, and they're just
Yep.
they want to visit and linger and stay, which is wonderful.
Yes.
But yeah, they're just different beings.
Yes.
When they leave, they float out, and with just. And I hear a lot of comments after these about, oh, I'm so glad I found my home.
Yes.
They've been looking, and we're so blessed that they were guided. Everything's divinely guided.
Yes.
So I love when I ask clients when they come in for the first time here, how did you find us? I don't know, I just did.
Yeah. Yep.
Why did you pick this? I don't know, I just did.
Yes. It's
A hard
very
time
common.
explaining. It's just beautiful. Or why'd you pick this particular session? I don't know. I just felt compelled.
Yep.
No, it's beautiful.
Hear that all the time.
When you listen to your just follow your guidance, because it's spot on and it's just what you need. And so we're just so humbly blessed that we can be here at this time for as many as we can. Some of the sessions, like I said, the group sessions, we have our, again, crystal bowl sound baths, which are beautiful and heavenly, and love that. And they're held in this big room here. It's a fairly sizable room that we're in. You're just seeing this part here, but it's a massive room, and we clear everything out, and you can sit in a chair if you want for those, but we also encourage you, if you have like a mat you want to lay on, or we have a few here, and we'll be expanding, but you can lie down or sit in a chair and just literally bliss out. If you lie down, bring whatever you want, pillows, blankets, make yourself as cozy as you can. And just for 50 to 60 minutes, you just get to float away.
Yeah.
And it's heaven.
The sound bath is amazing.
And you will leave just uplifted and at peace, and just you'll feel a whole nother level. So it's beautiful, very clearing and cleansing, and that your chakras are being realigned in that one and brought back on track. We have group meditations that we're offering here. And again, when you meditate as a collective, it's a whole nother level than when you do it alone.
Yes.
Not that doing it alone isn't great, but I had the beautiful blessing of being able to get to attend a training with Dr. Joe Dispenza in Denver, Colorado. 2,000 of us meditating in a huge ballroom, and that was, holy moly, that was just intense, and amazing, and huge shifts occurred after that in my life. And so when we come together, we magnify and intensify everyone's experience. And we also, the effect it has on the world as a whole is, one person meditating, can help, that extends out. And again, it might affect 10 others and help to heal, especially in your household that you're meditating in. It helps to soothe the others.
Yeah.
But whenever you get more than one person together doing that activity here, again, it extends out further. So rather than one affecting 10, two doesn't affect 20, two affects over 100.
Yeah.
And when you get 3, it magnifies, and you get just a few people together like 10, and you're affecting thousands of others with your energy and frequency and healing.
Yep.
And so the more we can collectively gather together here, the wider the reach.
Yes.
The broader the effect. And so, and they've done studies on this for years, where when they get mass meditators, mass groups meditating together, the crime rates go down, healing occurs, everything improves.
Yes.
There are schools now doing it with children, and everything. I mean, the behaviors improve, the attitudes.
Dropout rates go down. They become
great.
schools that people want to go to. Yep.
These children are at peace. There are workplaces. Oprah started this years ago. She had her entire staff trained in transcendental meditation, and their performance, the success that she had.
Yes.
So the corporations that incorporate that are seeing great results. So it's great to do alone, but like I said, doing it in group session, you're helping so many others when you do that, and affecting your community and the world even. So come join that. We're going to be having sessions here very shortly, listed and posted on the website, where we'll be doing group past life regressions.
Yes.
So you can come in. It's more economical for those that need, and you can experience past life regression in a group format. And so we'll be doing that. We'll be doing, help me out with some of the stuff. You can actually go forward too. So we're going to be we'll also be doing group. If you hadn't yet heard, there's you can actually channel for yourself. Would you like to share for those who don't know what channeling is?
Sure. So for me, channeling, there's different types of channeling. So some people actually, their awareness sort of swaps out with another higher being awareness, and then that being talks through them. That's one way. The way I personally channel is I'm never unaware of what I'm saying or what's doing. I will just usually feel a loving presence, and then information will flow through me through all my senses. So I might hear it, I might have visuals, it may come through an emotion, and then I'm a translator is what the way I describe it. I translate the energy coming in out for a person. So we have channeling sessions that you can book one-on-one, and we sit down and we tune in to what I call the source records that are in us, all around us, and we're able to access those records without you telling us too much about yourself. We can still receive information that is meant for you at that time, and it's unique just for you.
And you will feel it. People get very emotional. It's like they're just amazed at how it affects them when they hear what's meant for them.
And then usually at Evening of Source events or our open house, or we're going to start doing group channeling work. That just means that we're tuning in for the group that night. So we might receive a message that is just for this group and it ignites a conversation within the group. Or we'll start receiving messages for individuals and what they need. And simultaneously during those group channelings, Bonnie is also channeling energy. So it's not just information that's coming through, it's that healing, beautiful, loving frequency that we all need, that we're all beginning to tune into, is coming in
You're
and
getting
being
blasted
transmitted
with,
through the
with
room.
my hands may move and, make almost dance motions.
Yes.
That it literally is just running. Yeah, the energy is coming through me, and whatever the group needs, they're being just hosed with it.
Yes.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's toning where certain tones will come forth from me that, again, the room needs. And so it's beautiful what can occur.
Yeah.
We never know.
You never know. Although you can watch this online, it really is an experience in person. It's something that we work together in a way that is very interesting and very dynamic, how Bonnie receives this beautiful frequency and then somehow that frequency brings in information with it. So it's almost like I'm able to give it a mouthpiece and share what is coming through on that energy.
Co-creation going on. I was recently told, I just shared with Sasha, that we thought we were coming together to build just this center.
Yeah.
And we did, but they said, oh, there was a much deeper meaning for this.
Yes.
We need to get you in the same space so that you could spend more time together, so that you could, and meditate together, so that we could really fine tune your purpose together.
Yeah.
So it's all part of this, but there is much more to our story here.
Yes, and I'm
It's
sure
unfolding.
Exactly. It's
Evolving
going to
and
grow
unfolding,
even
and
more.
I don't think it ever ends. I think it just continues to develop and to morph. I've been shown that, so I'm excited. Even though I don't know what there is no end game. It's an ongoing journey. And that's what life should be about here. But also something that I've been doing for a while is called channeled writing, where you take a pad and pen. For some people, that's a stepping stone to being able to verbally channel. Everyone can channel. Everyone already does.
Yeah.
You're with a friend or, someone and they're discussing something going on in their life, and all of a sudden you just have something to offer them. And without knowing it, you're finding that it's the perfect thing that they need to hear, or they're soothed by what you have to say, or you just see them get emotional. So you've all been doing it. You're just not aware of what you're doing. Yeah. But you can find, like anything else that you exercise enough, if you work that muscle, it can get stronger and it can be more on command, not just accidental. And so these have been worked for us, and we've kind of fine-tuned and honed in where we specialize. And it's beautiful to see this. I didn't see it coming. I was blessed to be able to go to Egypt a couple of years ago. Didn't even know why I was going there. I just knew I was compelled to go. And when I came back, I was channeling.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh boy. So there were some attunements that occurred there. Didn't know where it was going to lead, but here we are. And so part of this, but something that I do, which again is comfort for me, and how I kind of started that journey, is I channel write. Everyone can do this. And if you talk to somebody who's an author or somebody who writes poetry or even musicians, and ask them where that thought or inspiration came from for that particular material they wrote down, I've heard many musicians be asked where that song came from, and they said, I don't know, it just dumped in and it took me 10 minutes to write it out.
Yeah.
That's channeling. Same thing with, artists or anyone that's doing anything creative. Einstein and Tesla also spoke about their inspiration didn't come from within. It was brought into them from a higher source. And so they were just the conduit through which it came, and they applied it to the physical world and reality and created something with it. And so we're all that. And so with channeled writing, which is something that we're teaching here too in our group sessions here, you just very simply sit with pad and pen, you write down a question. If you're doing it individually, you can write whatever individual question you want. And then you go into a meditative state, which you're guided into. And then then you just start writing whatever words come to you. And in the beginning, when you first start this practice, it might be couple words or a very brief sentence, but then you do it enough times and it turns into paragraphs, if not pages.
Yes.
And you're
Can be
aware of
pages.
what you're writing down at the time.
Mhm.
But if you, and it'll just feel complete at some point. And if you put it down and walk away and give it some time and come back and read it, you will be blown away at
Mhm.
what you, 'cause it oftentimes it isn't even in the language you normally, not language, but it's not the way you normally express yourself.
Mhm.
It will be in English if you're
Yes.
but it isn't the normal verbiage that you would use.
Yeah.
It's always loving and beautiful. And if you ask for an answer like a yes or, it won't give you yes or no's. It will give you options or
Yes.
viewpoints or ways to look at it, but always clarity. And so long story short, yes, we're teaching channeled writing
Yep.
down here, and as part of the group sessions, let's see, what else am I forgetting here that we have on the slate coming up? Am I leaving something out?
I don't think so. I mean, you can always check the calendar that we have online at oasislightcenter.com or follow us on Facebook, Oasis of Light Center, or on our YouTube. We'll post as much of our events that we can record, or on our Patreon. There's a membership only video library of meditations and full events that we do here. So there's a lot of ways you can follow what we're doing, even if you're not local.
And I mean, now the Patreon has several levels to it. The beginning level is online access to. Sasha's got beautiful guided meditations on there. There's more to come. There's a lot more to come. It'll keep growing as we're doing this longer. But there, again, information that was filmed here or events that were filmed here. And there is a very affordable monthly for that, and you can always, exit out anytime you want. So you're not locked into anything here. So that we'd love to have that. And anyone can access it from anywhere. If you are local and can come to the facility here on Water Tower Street in Meridian, very easy access off the freeway here. We're right behind the Meridian Speedway and just very simple to get to us. But if you can make your way here, then there's a in-person access here with some phenomenal discounts. It's $49 a month, and it's a savings of over $100 when you were in services and classes. So, but you not only get access to the entire online library, and you also get complimentary sessions here. We have beautiful mats. They're EMF mats that you can lay on and receive incredible healing frequencies. Everyone gets up off those and is just wowed by how they feel physically, emotionally, mentally. So you get those those sessions with your membership. We also have classes. You get a certain number of classes. So check it out online. It's a huge savings. There's there's a bronze, a silver, and a gold membership. And with each membership here, there are more discounts and offerings. And you also get a percentage discount on any other services, classes, or items here because we have a little gift shop here also.
Yes.
And wonderful crystals and soaps. And everything here is infused with frequency. And so if you do take something home, whether it's a book or a candle, whatever it is here, you got that frequency carried into your home with you whenever you want. You can light the candle and receive more of the frequency. And anything I'm leaving out?
I don't think so.
We just would love to, or if you just want to come down and chat with us and find out more, come take a tour. You're welcome to do that. And we would love to show you around and allow you to feel the energy down here.
Yes.
It's a sacred space.
Connect with us. Come stop by, give us a call, book a consultation, whatever you need. Come to an event. We would love to see you.
Our open houses are normally the first Friday of each month. If you're tuning in right away, this is the month of July in 2024, and our open house was shifted to the third Friday because of the holiday of 4th of July. So it will be, what was the date on that, the 19th?
July 19th.
Of 24, if this is when you're tuning in. So it's shifted. Other than that, it will be always the first Friday of each month. And the open house is complimentary to anyone who would like to attend. We do ask that you jump on the website, oasislightcenter.com, and just register so we can make sure to save you a spot. We do have some refreshments at it, and so we'd like to have plenty for everyone. But at the open house, we do a sampling of a variety of things that we do here. So You'll experience 10 minutes of the magical crystal
Mhm.
bowls. You'll experience guided meditations by
Mhm.
Sasha. We do a little taste of our evening with Source, which is where there's channeling coming through and then some Q&A. So certain individuals are
Yeah.
pulled out and they get to ask a question.
Yeah.
We do some fun little giveaways.
We
We've
do.
got
Yep.
freebies, and you're welcome to invite others that you know of that would benefit from coming to this. We just ask that they
Mm.
jump on and register is all.
Yeah.
And just spread the word. Bring as many as you can so that we can help as many as possible.
Yeah.
And they don't have to understand what this is yet. If they're just starting
Mhm.
to open up and just curious, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what level you're at.
Yeah.
There's a place for you here. If
Mhm.
there's no judgment, it's all loving. We're here to help answer questions or whatever you need. There's someone here that can help you.
Yes.
And then along with the open house, the first Friday of each month, we also offer something called Evening with Source. That's twice a month. Usually it's the second and the fourth Friday
Mhm.
of each month. And I should say open house is at 7 o'clock and runs till about 9. And a lot of camaraderie, mingling, fun.
Yeah.
It's a real social event too at the end. And Evening with Source, again, second and third Friday right now of each month. And it starts at 7, runs till about 8:30.
Yeah.
And it is where we are channeled information has come through. What's magical, I love this, is that the people will come in not knowing, or they might come with a friend, but
Yes.
for the most part, the group doesn't know each other. A lot
Mhm.
of them don't. And they'll find, though, and we find that they all have a common theme in what they need that
Yes.
night. Isn't that, you
Yes,
want to
it's
elaborate
very
on that?
true. Yeah, no, that's exactly right. They come in and there's always an interconnectedness
Mhm.
between people who come in, where they're at in their life, or a question that they have. It's very beautiful to see how
Mm.
the divine works to bring us together.
And everyone, what's beautiful is everyone, let's say that, Jennifer over here had a question that she was chosen to ask. Everyone receives healing from her answer.
Yeah.
It's beautiful how that occurs.
Yeah.
And you just watch their faces where they're all going, oh, that helped me.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful how magical that is. And after the group channeling takes place, then there's, like I said, Q&A,
Mhm.
where just beautiful questions are asked
Mhm.
and lovely channeled answers come through. And it's magical to witness that.
It
And
is.
everyone gets healing.
Mhm.
It's just beautiful. Plus, you can, on any of those event nights, you can tour the building, you can check out, you can have a complimentary 10-minute session on the mats. You can
Yeah.
check out the little meditation room we have with the astral lights and
Yeah.
just ask all the questions you want. And,
Yeah. We look forward to seeing you and thank you for letting us share what we have here. And we'd love to hear where you are on your path
Mhm.
and your experiences and
Yeah.
help you on your journey.
If you're observing this online, comment, ask questions. We'll do our
Mhm.
best to respond or to get
Yeah.
back to you. So,
Mhm.
and we'd love to know what you think. And thank you.
Thank you.
It's love.